Hello everybody and welcome to the scenario reviews for Innsmouth Conspiracy. It's been some time since we've gotten back to these. A lot of that was because we stopped playing our Innsmouth rerun, then we canceled our Innsmouth rerun, and then we were playing our All Survivor Innsmouth rerun, so you know, it's good to get back into these. We'll get through them all, and then also I know there's people who want the Edge of the Earth Survivor reviews. Those will also come as well, but today we're going to be talking about In Too Deep. In this scenario 3 of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, you are running away from the deep ones of Innsmouth to try to get to the train station. There's a barricade mechanic.
It's like the cars.
Pardon? Towards the cards, yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. But they're at the train station. They're at the thing at the end.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think so anyway. What do you, Travis, I'll throw this one to you first. What do you think of just generally about In Too Deep? What do you like about it? What do you not like about it?
I think it might be my favorite Innsmouth Conspiracy scenario. I like that the map is big, but it doesn't feel big.
Yeah.
Gives you lots of space to play around in. I also like the scaling of it. How it gets more difficult the more locations there are to your right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like how crippling one of the tokens is.
I'll grab the thing. I got it in
Is it a
here.
token or a card that pushes you back?
It's a token and a card.
Yeah, those can be like pretty back-breaking at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, they can kind of just
And
be
this
like,
area.
we lose.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I failed this test.
Surprise.
I drew the wrong token. I guess we just lose. But overall, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's the cultist, which on standard is -2 if you fail move to the connecting location to the east, ignoring all barriers, and it's -4 on hard, which is a nice
I
jump.
didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like lots of stuff for cloovers to do, lots of stuff for fighters to do. Evasion has its place here too.
Mhm.
It's
One
a good
thing
scenario.
I really like about it is that the when you were setting it up the first time, the barrier mechanic,
Mhm.
you look at that and you're like, this is going to be really tough and like complicated,
Mhm.
and then it turned out to be really easy and also just like feel
Yeah.
very natural. It's a very good mechanic that they have for
It's
that.
well designed, yes.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What do you think about In Too Deep?
I don't like how often the best choice is simply to just skip parts of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually quite often. You are best served by just ignoring pieces of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Though I understand like you're not intended to be able to get everything in a single run.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna try and I'm gonna lose for it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I do enjoy the flavor of like it actually just kind of being Innsmouth,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like the location, some of the stuff you run into. Fucking Joyce Little,
And her damn bookshop. Yeah.
stupid bookshop. Yeah, no, it's mostly a good one I think.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to interact with the tidal tunnels, which is like
Kind of nice.
really cool
Yeah.
because I hate those ones.
This is a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say hate. I dislike them.
Is that there? Those are the only two scenarios, Elena Harper and
And card
this.
chase.
Yeah, where you don't and car chase. So three,
Yeah.
only 3 scenarios.
Yeah, but this one's
yeah.
also not like Cluedo or Formula D.
Yeah, it is just like it's just traditional Arkham. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's just like the game,
Mm-hmm.
but also no tidal tunnels.
That's a good point. There is a gimmick to it with the barriers, but it's one that doesn't like force you to play the game in a different way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I like with the theming of it how like the water is slowly like filling up as the tide is rising literally in through Innsmouth, which is a really
Yeah.
cool mechanic. I like that the punishment for drowning it doesn't kill you. It's just if you end your turn at a flooded location, but like it scales as the game gets harder. I think this one scales like phenomenally.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where it goes from like the first few turns, you're like, we're doing great, we're crushing it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it switches and you're like, we're dead. We're gonna die here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the Shuggoth for some reason. I didn't even know that Shuggoths were part of like Innsmouth. Shuggoths are just everywhere. They're just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, I'm
drinking
not really
tea.
sure why the Shoggoth is there.
Yeah. And then the mob, which
The mob checks out.
yeah, definitely, because I think that's the whole. Everywhere in Innsmouth,
Yeah.
there's something to do with the mob, but so hard to kill to get that last key, right? Like as you said, I wish it was just like maybe like a scooch, like the tiniest bit easier. But the one time I did do it, it felt really good. So maybe it's like perfect as it is. Yeah. There's a card too, a treachery, that I really like, where when you draw it, it fills all the locations to your right with deep ones. I think that one's pretty cool. It has a really good flavor to it. Just a really, really good scenario, I think.
Yeah, really good.
I'll throw it to you first, Travis. What do you want to give it on the theme out of 5? And you can put whatever. You could even put like high in here.
I'll give it a 4.
4. I'm with you right there. I'm also on a 4 for this one.
It's not flawless, but like it is very good.
Yeah. I like Joe Sargent. He rides around on the bus if you have the memory with him. And then he can't drive into flooded locations because, water, right?
It's not a water boss.
No.
It could be.
It could be. Just put some buoys on it and it'll float like to the ends of the earth.
It's full of air.
Well, I suppose it is full of air. It's also made of metal though, which might be a bit problematic. What do you think, Brent, for theme for this one?
I would give this one like a 4 and change, but like, yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, we can do anything we want here.
Oh
This is our channel.
Yeah, before you were like whole numbers only.
Yeah.
Just what have you done?
I've opened the door.
How far of a decimal place can I go? How exact?
I just want if it fits without going over the dash, you can do that. So it can be like 3.8.
Okay.
That works.
Okay.
Travis, how fun do you find this scenario?
This one's a 4 for me.
Yeah.
Again. It's like pretty good. It's a fun scenario to play. It does have like its frustrating moments. But in general, for the most part, there's nothing like. God, I look forward to playing this one.
Yeah. There's a joke that I always, whenever we play in an Innsmouth scenario, In Too Deep is the one that I always want to call it.
Yeah, because you want to play it.
Yeah, and I'm there as well. I'm gonna use the 0.5. So I'm gonna go to a 4.5 because I really enjoy this scenario and I like how it gets really hard. And then when you watch someone get dragged back, you're like, well, they're dead. And it's just like, it's a fun thing. And I like that one memory when we played with Amanda and then we had this great turn and then I got dragged back.
Yeah.
And we're just like, this shift is just like, it feels like a horror movie, like an action horror movie. What about you, Bryn?
Yeah, I would give this one also, like, assuming that I'm judging these out of like Innsmouth campaigns, this is like probably my second, the one I enjoy playing the second most. In terms of like game in general, we're probably closer to like maybe, I don't know, 4-ish. Yeah, we'll give it a 4.1 to use this new decimal system because we can.
Wow, look at that! Look at that. Travis, I'll throw it to you for difficulty again.
Well, this one is quite easy to like do. I think if you're just rushing to the end, but if you're it's like Midnight Masks where it's near impossible to do like perfectly.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a 2 to 4.5.
Okay. 2
dash.
And then I can come over here, unlock it.
Excellent.
Future Justin is gonna hate that. Future Justin is gonna be like, "Why did you just
move it?"
Yeah, why? So like the scaling difficulty is definitely very true for this one. I've never tried to just rush it because to me that kind of like defeats. You want to try to get like, my goal is if I can get the jail cell key when it wasn't on the jail. That's to me like I think I did an accomplishment in this one. If I can also get the one on the back, that's also like kind of huge. I've only done that one twice. Once on our first playthrough where just everything worked out perfectly in our favor.
Great.
And then once in the when I played Mark and Broken Amanda. So I think I'm gonna go, just for simplicity, I'm gonna go with a 4. But I agree. It has a sliding scale depending on how you approach it.
Yeah. If you show up and you're like, today's goal is to play the least amount of ARKHAM possible, I'm pretty sure this one's a bit of a push. Like
Yeah, don't get victory.
Yeah,
just keep
yeah,
going.
Like if you don't have to stop on any of the locations that don't force you to,
Cruising.
and even just like sometimes you're like, well, there's 4 here, but we can burn these barriers in a turn and just walk to the next level.
Yeah.
I think that's very easy. I think we're gonna judge it on like assuming you try to get 2 flashbacks.
Yeah.
And we're gonna give it like a 3.5. I think it's not super hard to get 2.
Yeah.
But like
Russell,
it's a little tough because you also got to get out too.
Yes.
In order for it to be considered a win. Hey Ross.
All right. Overall, Travis, what do you think of this one overall?
4.
4. That checks out, doesn't it? Honestly, I'm not even gonna try to like beat around the bush. Yeah, I think this one's also just like a 4. Is it my favorite scenario in Innsmouth? Yes.
I'm glad it's all gonna be downhill from here, Justin.
There's some ones that are close.
Yes, we took it to the car one.
I'm less down on the car one. Like I think I like car one. I mean, it might just because I played it twice today. I think I like car one more than Lair of Dagon. Just because like that one's just it's like where Doom awaits. It's just like in the way.
We can talk about when that's what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
What about you, Bryn?
Yeah, no, I think a 4 is also a fine overall here.
Whoa. Look at this. It's like
Consensus.
actually like it's actually like this is the one we've agreed the most on.
It's a good scenario.
It's a great scenario. Well, it's a 4 out of 5. I call that a great. 80%? Great.
It's just
Corporate
good.
would like to know what happened to the other point.
The other point? The Shuggoth ate it. The Shuggoth showed up.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah. Maybe there's like some Innsmouth story
We're
where there's a
terminating half
Shuggoth.
of your department.
Oh my god! No, they have families! Do I have to tell them? Oh
Yes.
god, no, please. Alright. What do you think of the scenario In Too Deep from the Innsmouth Conspiracy? You might be thinking, why the hell are these guys talking about a campaign that came out in 2019 and doing the reviews
Oh
for
my
it?
God.
And you know what? Honestly, that's
Great
completely
question.
fair.
Yeah, the short answer is COVID.
The short answer is COVID. The long
Yeah.
answer is coronavirus. But also because we know one day someone's going to be like, hey, why don't you have the reviews for the rest of
Why
Innsmouth?
Isn't this cycle complete?
And we'll be like, great point, we'll do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. A huge thank you to everyone who watched. As I said, let us know in the comments what you think of In Too Deep.
Hey.
And
Stop that.
what's he doing?
He's like swatting the magic cards.
Oh, he's like, you're like he has a knife. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.